Somebody once told me that comparison is the mother of all disappointment. And Luna, well, she looked real pretty standing there by herself. But how does she look next to a doll that we done known and loved for years? What's up, YouTube? Wavy Wayne here, back at you again with a whole bunch of information, man. Did I say much of information? A whole bunch of information, man. The quarantine got my brain going mush. And there's just so much going on, and I don't know what's going on, but welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. If you ain't already hit the subscribe button, then what are you waiting on? You know that I do this for y'all, and you know if you go to wavywayne.com, you can cop some of my custom session templates where I go ahead and set the session up for you. I already put effects in there for you. It's already sounding like it's mixed for you. So go to wavywayne.com, download the template right now. Now, before we get into this video, this is by no means any attempt at bashing Luna at all. The people at Universal Audio have done an amazing job with building Luna, and it's very exciting that we get this new product. But, you know, we can't just be all riding on Luna, you know what I'm saying? We got to keep it real. I dropped a video last week to talk about some of the dope stuff, some of the dope features in Luna, but it wouldn't be right if I didn't go ahead and talk to y'all about the dark side of the Luna. Like this video if you like what I did there. You get it? The dark side of the Luna? Huh? Like the video anyway. But yeah, man, you know, Luna's been having their office hours and all this stuff, but there's a bunch of unanswered questions that's been going on. And this is the place right here in this video what I want y'all to know everything Luna can't do, everything Luna is lacking, right? And maybe Universal Audio will even watch this video as well so that y'all can see what exactly the users want. Now, obviously, Luna is a version 1 DAW, right? It's version 1 software, and I feel like it's the MVP, right? For y'all who not sure exactly what MVP is, in the tech world, pretty much when software developers make a new software, they come up with the minimal viable product. That's basically the most basic features that they can get away with releasing this product. And then over time, they will develop and redevelop and keep on adding more and more features. But what is the product that we can put out right now, the minimal viable product that will work for most users and be okay in most situations? Well, that's what Luna is, and it is very minimal at this point. If you follow me on Instagram, a lot of y'all took place in this poll that I had where I basically asked, what issues are you dealing with Luna? I know I have my own, but I asked my community on Instagram. Did I say Facebook or Instagram? I asked my community on Instagram what issues y'all are dealing with. So make sure y'all follow me on Instagram if y'all want to be included in stuff like this, man, because I took a lot of the issues that y'all told me in my Instagram story, and that's what's going to be ultimately making up the meat of this video today. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, all right? Yeah, so first thing first, anything that I do that compares Luna, I'm going to be using the industry standard DAW. If you know what that is, go ahead, take a second, leave a comment. That's right, Pro Tools. Pro Tools is the industry standard, and so it's only right to compare it against Pro Tools, right? If we didn't have anything to compare it by, Luna would be great. Luna would be perfect. It's everything we need, but we got a lot of comparison to do. One of the first issues that people ran into was just logging in. When you launch Luna for the first time, you will need to log into your Universal Audio account. Now, a lot of people were experiencing this, and I had this happen myself, whereas it was basically telling me that my password was wrong for about 3 or 4 times. I just kept trying because I knew I had the right password, and eventually it did work. So hopefully that has been fixed, but yes, logging in was an issue. Another issue on the side of that, besides logging in, I'm just going to go ahead and get my Luna loaded up real quick. But another issue was that using Luna, I still need to use an iLok. So not only do I need to log into my Universal Audio account, right? I need to also use an iLok. Now, they say that Luna is free, but the software is on an iLok. That's not a huge problem because iLok does have a licensed cloud, so I don't have to have a physical iLok because, you know me, I like to use my MacBook Pro a lot of times when I'm mixing from working from home, and I don't want to have to be dongled all the time, right? So using the iLok cloud is cool. So that's one thing, but you also, right, and it's a whole nother problem, is that you also have to be connected to the universal audio hardware. So your interface needs to be connected to the computer in order for you to run a session in Luna. So this is a triple authorization process. Is very redundant. So you got to sign in to your Universal Audio account. You have to be logged in and either have a physical iLok, or you have to be connected to the internet so that you have an iLok cloud session open up. And then you also need to be tethered down to your audio interface, man. So Luna as a mobile workstation is completely out of the question. If you on an airplane and you want to do a mix, forget about it. If you are out in the rural area, forget about it. If you just want to not have a bunch of dongles and not be connected to the internet, forget about it.
That's
all right.
whack.
So those are, to me, are a few issues that I wish Luna would fix. I would love to be able to use Luna and Universal Audio's plugins with using the without using the interface, man. Now, I know their whole system is built on using the DSP, whatever, man. But my computer has a lot of processing power, and I'm sure it can handle the processing of all these plugins. I guarantee you. So I wish that they would just open it up so that I could choose to use my computer's DSP to run a session, man. So at least I can do some editing or mixing at home in Luna, or on the airplane, or wherever I might be, okay? So those are a few of the issues right off the jump. Another big problem that I noticed when I opened up Luna is that there aren't any free plugins.
Say what?
Yeah, that's right. There ain't no regular, just standard compressors and EQs and stock plugins, just like your normal and reverbs and delay. Now, of course, Universal Audio has a bunch of plugins that you could just buy for hundreds of dollars and spend thousands of dollars on these plugins, but every other DAW includes an entire suite of plugins to get you started. They have compressors and EQs and reverbs and delays and flangers and all of this stuff that's included, right? Even some free software like GarageBand and Reaper. I don't know if Reaper has no effects. Y'all let me know. But I know GarageBand does. Shoot. But Luna doesn't have any of the basic effects that we need built in. We know, so I wish that Universal Audio would have started this off with introducing like a basic processing package that included all of the basic processors that you need to run a most basic session, so that you don't have to go and spend an additional thousands of dollars just to get the basics. Now, this next issue don't really affect me, but yes, Luna is for Mac only.
Oh, dang.
Now, that causes some issues in the world because a lot of y'all have universal audio interfaces that are compatible with your PC, but now the software is not, right? So that causes a problem. And then if I'm working on a session here and then my client or a producer that I'm collaborating with is working on a session in a PC, that could cause a real problem because now he can't even work in the same session that I'm working on from Luna because it's not compatible for a PC, right? So it's not a huge problem for me, and for y'all Mac users, y'all don't care about that. But in this day and age, in 2020, man, I feel like every DAW should just be cross-platform. Another thing that I found wrong was that Luna doesn't include any support for control surfaces. Like, come on, man. Y'all want to do this whole analog style workflow, but I can't even use a physical fader that I have sitting in front of me. Yeah, we just forgot about that, okay? Now, again, I know this is V1, and it seemed like I'm bashing the people at Universal Audio, but no, I'm not. I'm just pointing out the stuff that I want to see in the future of Luna. I want to see integration and support for control surfaces. I like to use my control surface when I'm getting my mix going, setting levels and all this stuff, and using my transport controls here without clicking around all the time. Yes, so I want an analog workflow, but let's really make it truly analog and at least allow me to use a control surface. And yes, if you have a Apollo interface, Luna is free, right? But all of the other features, the extensions that they talk about, they're not free, and they cost hundreds of dollars to add it on, like Neve Summing or the Studer A800 tape saturation, right? Those actually cost hundreds of dollars to add on. Now, they do include free oxide tape, and there's also a one of the virtual instruments is also free. But for the really good stuff that we really want, the reason we here,
man, that's that boo.
We got to pay for that. So keep that in mind, that it ain't completely free, and you will, again, not only have to pay for all of the basic plugins, so you're going to have to go and buy third-party plugins like a Waves bundle or something like that if you're using Luna, but you also, if you want all the extra features that really make this thing different than another DAW, then you're going to have to pay hundreds of dollars for that. And a huge problem for me and my peoples is that we cannot save templates, right? So let's say if I'm working on something, right, I got this Roddy Ricch template going on here. Can I open it by double clicking? Can I get it open? Got my Roddy Ricch template here. The session, hopefully it worked. What happened? What happened? Okay, we don't need to enable anything. Let me close it, right? Once I make this, right, let's say you made a really dope template, or even you went to wavywayne.com and downloaded one of my templates, you cannot save it as a template. I cannot go to File and choose Save as a Template. No kind of way, right? So there's no templates folder in Luna. There's no way to save a session as a template. Now, when you do go and use one of my Luna templates, what you will have to do every time you use it is do a Save As, right? So you go to File and choose Save a Copy As, and then make a new copy of the session before you start working on this one. Now, I know that can be a little bit annoying because other DAWs like Pro Tools just really make it really easy. Pro Tools, the Studio One, even Logic, they make it really easy to use templates in your session without the risk of overwriting the template. So Luna, I wish you guys would build that in, because we love templates over here, baby. And wavywayne.com, we got them Luna templates up right now. So go and download it right now.
Man, I'm about to cop that.
Another big problem that I found with Luna, huge problem, and probably the fatal flaw for me, is that there is no native buffer setting.
Say what?
This is a problem because I love to record with effects. Now, they do have this ARM system, which is the advanced real-time monitoring that basically allows you to record with basically zero latency. But the problem with that is that it makes all the plugins inactive. Right? Even universal audio plugins on that track are inactive unless they're set as a record effect. Now, if I just wanted to record in while monitoring some effects, I can't do that very easily using the ARM system. Now, if I don't turn the ARM off, I can, and I can then hear my effects. Like if I want to record with some auto tune or reverb or something like that, I can do that, but there will be latency, and depending on the plugin that you're using and how many you're using, the latency is just going to compound and compound and compound. So really, there is really no way to record with third-party effects on your track without incurring latency, which is a huge problem for me, especially if you know the way I set up my templates, because once I put a client in the booth, I want them to automatically hear pretty much how the record sounding like they're singing into a mixed record, to where if I'm going to be using auto-tune as effect, it has auto-tune already on it. If they're going to be singing to a huge reverb, I want to have that and have them hear that in their headphones, right? I found that with Luna, if I want to get down to zero latency, I got to basically be recording dry, which sucks. It really sucks. Now, y'all know I'm not a huge producer or anything, so I don't really be making a lot of beats, but some of my producer friends on Instagram hit me up, and they were complaining that there are no bounce in place option. There ain't no bounce in place option for MIDI tracks. So if you record something in MIDI and you want to then bounce it down to audio, there is no bounce in place for that. What you would have to do is probably solo that MIDI track, bounce it out, and then re-import it back into the session as an audio file if you wanted to use that feature, okay? But there ain't no bounce in place right now, so it's just going to take a little bit longer for you to achieve the same thing. But pretty much every other DAW now in 2020 has the bounce in place feature. Another problem that we found is that we can't export anything as MP3. So if I'm done with my mix and I wanted to just send off a copy to my clients for them to check it out, maybe an MP3 format, there is no export as an MP3 function. So we can only choose WAV, AIFF, or ACC. There are no options to export a MP3 file from Luna. everybody likes MP3s, man. Everybody like MP3. Now, I know when I do my podcast, I always just export to MP3 because when I upload to my podcast server, they can't take very large files. So if I have to basically export from Pro Tools via MP3, is an hour-long MP3 with still pretty big file. But if it was a WAV file or AIFF, it would not be accepted by the server. So I have to sometimes export in MP3. Well, Luna, I can't use you for that. Thank you. Thank you. I guess I got to go and convert into iTunes like we used to do back in the day. Now, of course, people have been complaining that Luna be freezing up constantly, like doing certain tasks, no matter what you're doing. You know, all kind of random times Luna freezes up. You know, it's a software. It's a new software. It's freezing up. And some of the funniest stuff is that, man, if y'all go to the Universal office hours page and you get to see some of these conversations that people are having in the comments, it's so funny. Like, people are literally fighting each other. I love Luna. Luna sucks. They like going back and forth, man, and they so passionate about it. I love it. It's dope, man. But what I want y'all to keep in mind, even though Luna is missing all of these things and probably so much more that y'all gonna let me know. Matter of fact, just go ahead, take a second now. Let me know, what did I forget to add on this list? Because I'm sure that you have run into your own problems based on the workflow that you use on a daily basis. What are some of Luna's fatal flaws? What's the dark side of the moon for you? Leave a comment below and let's talk about it down there. But I do want y'all to keep in mind that this is a great application, okay? Now, it might be a little bit half-baked, maybe a little bit premature, but I think that by Universal Audio releasing this right now, they will develop it even faster as people start complaining about all of the different stuff that that they can't achieve in Luna, man. And up here at the top right corner, you see that there is a feedback button. So if you are running into any problems, drop it right here in the feedback section so that they can address it on the next versions of Luna. This is a version 1 software. It's a minimal viable product is what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. But it is going to get better in the future. I know it is, but that just means that we can't just abandon Pro Tools and Logic and Studio One just yet. We need to hold on tight to the DAWs that we already have, and we can spend some time in Luna, but, you know, don't just abandon and forsake all your other DAWs at this point. So I hope this video has been helpful for you guys and just showing some of the dark sides of Luna and some possible ways that we could work around it, right? Now, I know this thing is new and shiny, but when we compare it to how we've been working and how we want to work, it leaves a little bit to be desired. And like I said before, I know I missed some stuff, so leave a comment below. And if you found this video helpful at all, make sure you throw the thumbs up, man, because you know YouTube be tripping if people don't comment and thumbs up on your video. So just comment and thumbs up on the video. Help out your boy Wavy, all right? Don't forget to visit Wayne.wav. I just dropped some new Luna templates to help you get started in Luna. So if you already downloaded Luna and you're using it, you can get some of the sounds that I already like to use and get my custom setup for my session in Luna, all right? Thanks for watching this video. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't. And don't forget to be dope.